Coolie #1 was released in 2020 and is a remake of Coolie #1, and that movie is also a remake of another movie. It's already getting convoluted. And it stars Varun Dhawan and Sara Ali Khan. Guys, I'll be honest, I really wasn't looking forward to this movie because I'm just a little tired of Bollywood doing constant remake after remake after remake, but I had to watch it, so here I am. Now, before I get into my negatives, let's talk about the positives. I really like the look of this movie. That's one thing I'll say about Bollywood in the modern age. They really know how to use colors throughout the movie. They make it so bright and beautiful. It actually is really engaging. Say what you want about Bollywood movies today, at least they know how to make a movie look good. Like, this clearly looks like a very important release type of movie. And I really like that. The use of color, the use of action, cinematography, it all looked good. At least I can say that much. And speaking of big deal, I think Varun Dhawan was actually really energetic in this movie. Now, I'll talk about him in my negatives, but man, he looked like he was having fun in this movie. I think that's what he does for every role. He actually looks like he's having a good time. He has a smile on his face. He has a lot of expressions when he's acting, dancing, and singing. That actually helps you enjoy the experience more, because if it looked like he wasn't having a good time, this movie would be even more of a drag than it already is. What also is good is between the chemistry between him and Sara Ali Khan. I think they had really good chemistry together. You actually felt like they were in a real good relationship. The love was there. You can kind of tell just by looking at their eyes that, wow, they actually feel for each other. They actually like each other in this movie. So that's really good. I actually like that about this movie, because if the two leads did not have any chemistry, oh my god, this would be even... I don't even think I could finish this movie, because I've experienced those type of movies where two lead actors just don't have any chemistry and it makes a terrible movie somehow even worse. But luckily, they actually make it a little bit more enjoyable. What also is enjoyable is the music. It's not bad. Look, when you remake an iconic movie that's loved by everybody, it's very difficult to kind of recreate the music that made it so iconic. I know Bollywood's having a remake craze right now. It just seems like every song that comes out is just a remake of past music. And yes, it is tiring, but I mean, they did the best with what they had. It was nice. You took the old music and kind of brought a modern twist to it, and it was fine. I think it's nice for the modern day age. It's nice to listen to, but it's not so terrible that you're like, oh, I'm only going to listen to the old music. I think it's like, oh, I can listen to the new music and the old music. So good job there, I guess. It's Christmas, and I'm trying to be in a giving mood. I'm trying to be in a good mood, and this movie just had me in a constant terrible mood. Okay, let's get into my negatives. Let's talk about one that I've been really thinking about. While Varun Dhawan has fun in his movies, I'm getting a little tired of him playing the same character over and over again. Seriously, every time he plays a comedy movie, or just really any movie, he plays the same character. A very innocent character who has a heart of gold, but can also say really witty one-liners and can beat up anybody that comes near him. It's unfortunate because I think he can really act. He has a lot of talent to be the future of Bollywood, but I'm a little tired of him doing the same roles over and over again. What's also not fun, oh my god, the dialogue. Let's talk about the dialogue real quick. Now look, I'm not going to spoil this movie for you. If you want to enjoy it, go ahead, be my guest. But I really need to talk about the dialogue in this movie. Let me read some of the dialogue that was in this movie. And I'm not making these up, so let me read them to you. Because I am highly trained to train those who think that they are trained, whether they are in front of the train or behind the train, because I fight off the train, by the train, for the train. Here's another one. Being a miss, you tried to understand but misunderstood that the misunderstanding is not a miss standing under, but understanding a miss, understanding. What is that I don't know where to begin. Oh my lord, that's literally sprinkled throughout the entire movie, and it's just so awful and unbearable, and it gives you a headache. Look, see, I'm already getting a headache already. Oh my god, I'm already getting a headache just thinking about those dialogue. That's not good. It's not good. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The comedy is also very hit or miss. Like, there were some moments I laughed. There were a couple moments that got a chuckle out of me. But other than that, wow, it felt so forced. I don't want to seem like the old guy here, but like, it just feels like Bollywood back in the day had like better comedy. And I'm not saying it was better written dialogue. It just seemed like it was more natural. Like the banter that was happening with main characters in older Bollywood movies, it just seemed more natural, more relatable. But here, it's just so forced. It just seems like they're trying so hard to make every scene hilarious, make every bit of dialogue as iconic as possible. Man, it was so brutal to get through. It's just the same tired comedy tropes over and over. It just seems like they're hitting the same type of just comedic situations in every comedy movie, and I'm really tired of it. Look, not to mention, the entire plot is just dumb. Okay, am I really supposed to believe that this whole thing happened because a pundit was so petty and so hurt by some rich guy telling him that he's useless that he decides, okay, I'm gonna find your daughter a husband. There's nothing you can do about it. Really? Am I really supposed to believe that? And not to mention the hero somehow liking the girl just by finding a photo and it magically lands in his lap. It's way too far-fetched. Even for Bollywood standards, way too far-fetched. I'm really tired of it. It was just exhausting. There's just a certain charm that the original Coolie #1 had with Govinda. You just can't really replace that aura, that atmosphere, that environment that Govinda had. You just can't replace it. They tried their hardest, and look, Varun Dhawan tried his best. It just didn't work. This whole movie was just... it just did not work. Guys, overall, Coolie #1 shocked me because I had very low expectations, and somehow, someway, they got even lower than that. I didn't even think that was possible, really, and somehow they did. They made a more terrible movie than I originally thought they would make. I thought there would be some enjoyable parts, but there really isn't. They follow the same structure plots as other Bollywood movies. The comedy's the same as it is in every movie, and it's just exhausting. I have a headache. It's Christmas. I should not be sad during Christmas, but I am. I'm giving this movie an F. Not great. Hopefully Sara Ali Khan and Varun Dhawan can bounce back with another good role, because I think they deserve it. They're both good actors. They both have a good future, and they deserve to make a good movie, and I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.